December always comes and goes so quickly. I have a few things to chat about and some nice little Christmas things that I'm making at the moment, and I'm going to look over my old Christmas decorations, bring them out. I'm probably just going to put a few little decorations up in my studio. I still live at home at the moment, so every year it depends how Christmassy I'm feeling and how many decorations I want to put up. This year I've let my mum go all out, and she's in charge of decorations for the rest of the house. I did buy a wreath base, and I've been foraging little bits every now and then, so I do need to make a wreath for the door, so we could do that in this video. My head has not been in the place to film content recently because I've been trying the very stressful task of buying a house, which, as I'm sure a lot of you know, is a very frustrating, tedious, annoying, expensive process that has resulted in me not having a house again. So thank God for surveyors, because I nearly bought a house that would just have so many problems, and you know, it wasn't meant to be. I don't like to keep secrets about what I'm doing on here, to be honest. That's just part of my life. That's why I've been quite quiet recently. Just been doing endless amounts of paperwork and life stuff. And another thing that's been taking up quite a bit of my time is I am making a wedding dress for one of my good friends, and I can't share any of that with you because obviously I don't want any of her friends or family to see the dress, and it's her dress. I will film the process of making the actual dress, and then I'll just upload it after her wedding date. So that's been a really fun project, but again, something that I can't show anything of. So I have been busy, I just haven't been filming any of it. I've also got 2 new PDF patterns in the making that I'm slowly working on. One of them is a project bag, like this, a quilted project bag. There's a few alterations I need to make to it, but you get 1, 2, 3 different sizes. They have little pockets inside to keep all of your knitting or sewing projects. So yeah, they're just good little handy bags, and that's what we like to make over here. So this pattern will be available in the new year. Very excited about this one. I think it's super cute. And I wanted to thank you all for the love you gave my last video with the Christmas gift making video. I really didn't think that that would be a very popular video, but clearly it is. I had so many questions about the boxy toiletry bag pattern, the new one that I'm going to make. That one will be coming in the new year as well, hopefully in January. I just really want to get it perfect, you know. I'm going to do 3 different sizes of a boxy toiletry bag, and the method will be slightly different. I had a lot of people asking if they could just buy the pattern now and if the shape would actually change. I don't think the shape will change much from the original pattern. There'll just be more sizes, if that makes sense. December is really busy this year. It's very strange. I'm not used to it. Seeing lots of friends and loved ones, which is really nice. I'm going to Winchester at the end of this week to see some uni friends, and then the weekend after that I'm going up to Devon. Actually, literally a day after that, it's not the weekend actually, the day after that I'm going up to Devon, down to Devon, to stay in a really nice little hotel, and that'll be fun. I'm allowed to take Flory because it's a dog friendly hotel, so I might try and film some bits there. I'll definitely be posting on my Instagram when I go there. Yesterday I made myself a ironing ham, which I feel like is weirdly festive. Basically just so that you can iron curved seams better, and in the wedding dress I'm making there's a few seams that I don't want to press flat, so I made myself one of these. I used Cornelius Quiring's free template. That man is so cool. I think he just makes everything look so easy. And if you're getting into sewing, I would highly recommend checking him out because he's got so many good tips and tricks. And this is just stuffed with fabric scraps. And I could not believe how much fabric fits in this. It's like an entire dress and a half I've cut up in this. Bonkers, but hopefully it'll be useful. And I didn't want to pay like £17 for one on Amazon, so I made my own within like an hour. I also found this amazing quilting book in the charity shop the other day, and I literally want to make every quilt in here. And it's a really useful one because it's got the like step by step of how you would actually make everything. So it's a really handy book. And woohoo, exciting news, I bought myself a rotary cutter. I've been using my mum's for a long time now. And look at this quilt. I love a bear's paw. Let me show. I bought this when I went to London recently from McCulloch and Wallace. That fabric shop is a weird place. And this one drew me in because it wasn't a bright orange or like horrible bright colour. I thought it looked pretty snazzy and like it would do the job. And then I realised, oh my goodness, this brand is the same brand as my favourite cutting scissors. So as you can imagine, I was very happy when I realised that. And I'm yet to try this out, so I don't know if it's any good. But I'm sure it will be good because the scissors are amazing, and I've had these since, oh my goodness, since GCSE, so whenever that was. I've not had to sharpen them once. They are amazing. They did me all through university. So I will link these down below. And the rotary cutter. But I can't recommend the rotary cutter yet because I haven't tried it. But maybe we should try it in this video. Since getting this quilting book, it's really made me want to do some quilting again. So I think I might make some sewing machine covers for my old little sewing machine, which I still use to do buttonholes and things, and my overlocker. Probably won't make a cover for my industrial machine because I don't think it needs it. I use it so much and it would kind of just be annoying to unthread it to put a cover on and then thread it back up again. So I'm going to leave that. And then the final thing I wanted to show you. Let me go and grab it. I've been making these little paper stars. They're like little Dutch Christmas stars. I was making these last year by just cutting the strips, and my lovely friend Stina, who lives in Copenhagen, was like, no, Rosie. And she really kindly gave me a packet of the strips to make them, which I just thought was so sweet and such a thoughtful little present. And this has just been a game changer. So I really want to finish making these. I don't know how many there are in here. I think maybe 20. I've only made 7 so far. They're actually very time consuming to make. I would quite like to finish making them so I can then put them on a bit of string or like thread them through a garland somehow, and then I can send Stina a picture and be like, thank you for my present, because I just think these are going to look so adorable as a little festive string of stars. So I'm going to sit and make a few more of these, and then I might be heading out to Burford Garden Company, which is my favourite garden centre at Christmas time. They just have the best stock of any garden centre around here. So I might head there later and I will bring you guys along with me and see if we pick up any more lovely little Christmas bits. I'm back from Burford and it's now dark outside. But I wanted to show you what I picked up. First thing I picked up was this garland from A World of Craft. This is the brand that I love, and Burford always stock quite a large amount of their stuff. I did realise last year that you can order online from them, so I ordered a load of stuff last year. But they're just little red stars in the same method of star making as these little white ones are that I was making earlier, but they don't do they just don't add the bit on top. I just thought these were really cute and quite good value. They were £12 I think for this length of stars, and you actually get loads of stars here. I don't know how long it is. Next up I found this beautiful wrapping paper. It's from the brand Cambridge Imprint. I really want to put this in my wavy frame that I've been looking for something to put in it for ages, and I just thought this was really cute. It's just got loads of horses running all over it and a really lovely little pattern. So I accidentally picked up 3 of those, which I don't need 3, but I thought with the rest I could always make little paper chains. Then picked up a very useful hook for the wreath. I'm going to make it tomorrow. I actually just went into the garden and picked a load of foliage for tomorrow so that I can get on and make it and have no excuses. I then picked up this organic almond soap, which smells exactly like marzipan, so I don't know why I bought that, to be honest. I was just very intrigued, and it smells really nice, so there we go. Then I bought 2 little food bits. The first one is this Old English butter fudge tin with fudge in it. I actually bought this because, well, it's a very silly reason why I bought this, to be honest. I will eat the fudge inside it, but I've been on the hunt for a tin that I can keep my Tony's chocolate in, because I am Tony's chocolate obsessed. It's my favourite chocolate, but the packaging is really annoying and it always falls apart and chocolate falls out of the packaging and you just can't keep it nice and neat. So I've been looking for a tin that has a hinge and that will fit a Tony's bar in it, and this is perfect. And I like that it looks a little bit retro, because I was looking at vintage tins, but they're even more expensive than this was full price. This was £5.50, so I thought that was alright. And then I bought some fancy looking truffle crisps for my boyfriend because he really likes truffle crisps, so that'll be a little pre-Christmas present for him. So there we go. I'm going to try putting this paper in my frame now and see if it will look good or not. Also, I've been very cozy today in this jumper dress, which I picked up last year in the Arquette sale. It's 100% wool, so it's super cozy, and I just love the shape of it. It's just really simple, easy to wear. This is the frame that I want to put the stuff in. It had a smocking sample in it. It's fallen down, so I had to fix it anyway. And I was wondering if, ooh, it would work going that way. I think it looks better landscape, to be honest. This frame is from Habitat, by the way, if anyone is wondering. I will try and find a link to it. I'm pretty sure they still do them. And they come in loads of different sizes, actually. You can get ginormous ones. I think that worked out very well. I love my horsey prints. I'm going to put Gilmore Girls on, sit right here and try and make as many of these stars as I can. Finished making the stars last night, so we can string those up today. But first I'm going to brave the cold outside and we're going to go and make my wreath. So I'm going to put on 100 million layers. I have my Uniqlo little vest on and this Uniqlo men's cozy thing. I like to wear my Barbour when I do gardening stuff because I find the material's really good if like leaves and brambly bits, they don't get caught in the fabric or anything, so I find it's a good coat for doing gardening in. I added a scarf. We are fully hot now. I decided it was too noisy to film any audio outside because you could just hear the road the whole time. So I thought I'd voice over this bit, tell you what I'm doing. I'm just laying out all of my little bits I've foraged. I've got some moss and then some bits from some hedges. And on the right, I've got the old man's beard, which I think I picked that 2 or 3 weeks ago and let it dry out a bit so that the leaves went a bit crispy and then I could just chop the leaves off. The base of it I bought on Amazon. That was just like a natural wicker base. I could have probably made one, but I don't really know where I would have found the stuff to do that. I added a layer of moss all the way around and used floristry wire to hold everything into place. This little floristry wire thing that I bought was so good because you could just chop it really easily with the little tool that it's got. And then I decided on which bits of foliage I wanted to use in the wreath, and I made little clusters of 3 and tied those together at the bottom just to make some little, almost like bouquets, little tiny posies, and then you just add them as you go along. You don't have to do this way, I just like to do it this way. I also had some of these bits of pine tree that had fallen down, so I added those on their own and just tied them up onto the wreath, and then you just sort of alternate the different bouquets you've made, adding them into the centre and just going all the way around. So it's very easy really, anyone can make a wreath, you just tie stuff on. I ended up going and adding a few more bits of old man's beard and just kept fiddling around with it really, and then you can start to just poke things in without having to tie them on with the wire. My friend Millie gave me a lovely thing of flowers the other day and it had this lovely red ribbon on it, so I reused that and added it to the wreath, and I think it looks very cute on the front door. I'm going to try threading up these paper stars. I think I'm going to try with this heavy thread. Okay, so I'm going to have to work out the length I want because I need to tie little knots to stop them from sliding up and down the thread. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I might have to do this on the floor. I'm going to see how they go without being glued down at all. See how much they move, because at the moment they look like they'll be okay. So I don't know where to put them. I think that's going to be the extent of my Christmas decorating for the studio. I have all of my other really nice paper decorations in here from last year. My friend Lucy got me, talking of Lucy, I just went to try and find my friend's new book. She's a very talented illustrator and she's just released a book and I'm very proud of her. I went to a little event the other day and she's also done a collaboration with D. Louise, the jewellery brand. It's all very festive. She's done all her little illustrations on the front, and this is a little necklace. It says "You are loved" on the front. Lucy's work is all about sort of like self-love and good messages and all that stuff, so yeah, very proud of her. But last year she gave me a light up thing to go in my window and now I'm thinking, where is it? I've been using my rotary cutter this morning and it is amazing. It is so sharp and just watch this. You hardly have to put any pressure and it cuts so nicely. Very happy with my little purchase. I've been doing a little quilt sample. So far this is what I've got for my cover. Selection of different little geometric shapes going on in it. I've been working on my little quilted sample. I've decided I'm actually going to just use this fabric, which is from Merchant and Mills, and it's this gorgeous heavy duty cotton. I think I'm going to add some wadding behind this to give it a bit of softness. I was contemplating doing some embroidery on top of this. I did some little samples the other night, just my initials. Decided I'm going to add some piping to the edges. I've added the wadding at the back, so I'm just going to stitch this onto the curved pieces. Got the main body now, and I just need to work out how much I need to trim off the bottom. So I'm going to try it on. Let's see how much is at the top. Quite a lot. I'm going to stitch this on by hand. I think that'll be the easiest way to do this hem. It doesn't look very neat inside, but I am the only person that's going to be seeing it. There we are, I finished hemming the bottom of the cover. So now that is all good to go. So I am going to stitch this onto the front, so I'm just going to glue it into place before I stitch it. And then I think I'm just going to stitch it on with my sewing machine rather than adding a border of stitching. A little bit of embroidery stitched on. I don't have time to make a cover for my overlocker just yet, so that can be a job for the new year. I'm going to end the video here. I have to go and pack for Devon and head off tomorrow morning. And then when I come back, I am heading straight off to do house sitting for a family friend. So quite busy over this this little period of time. But when I get back from Devon, I'm also starting on the wedding dress because her wedding is in February, so I gotta get cracking. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have an amazing Christmas and New Year's, and I will see you in 2025. Bye!